Indigenous living. Let's talk about buying a container home from a container home builder versus building your own container home. Looking at the pros and cons and what I went through because I've been in construction most of my life. My grandfathers have been in construction, and even though I've been in construction, I was moving around a lot, and I paid a guy, a scammer basically in Miami, to build this container house you see right here. I spent $30,000 on this 40-foot high cube container house. This is it sitting in Miami on a crane yard on a trailer. But basically, I found the guy on Facebook Marketplace, went down to Miami, told him what I wanted, and he proceeded to build it. He did not build the house how I wanted. So we're going to run through real quick. This is the living room. He put in a cabinet with a tile floor. And this is another view of the living room slash kitchen area. And this is all the photos of how I bought the container. And you can see here, that's the bedroom window, the mini split. Then you have the plumbing pipes that come out the side of the container, which I can't stand. And these are certain things you got to talk to your builder about before you do it, because he was cutting corners, being cheap, and we got into some pretty nasty conversations. So, me personally, I don't really think it's worth it to have a builder, especially if you have a little bit of knowledge of construction. Or if you do, you need to live close to the builder. Obviously, I don't live in Miami. I haven't lived in Miami, so I was hiring it from a state away, which really probably wasn't smart neither. And as you can see, you got the drain and supply pipes coming out the side of the house, which I can't stand. This is the inside where the vanity is at, next to the shower. So this is just the finished product of what I bought. And then I'm going to just show you some of the errors and some of the things that I don't think were good. So I changed them out. As you can see, we have another window here in the bathroom that does not open. The only window that opened is the window here in the bedroom and the sliding patio door. So that was not what we agreed upon. So let's look at the plumbing. So starting off, like I showed you, he had the plumbing just coming straight out the side. And you see how my container house sits on pillars. I can come right underneath. This was the shower drain he put in. Just raggedy, chipped off during transport. Just silly problems. And then you could look, he even put in some plumbing. Also, I don't even think that was glued all the way correctly. There was a piece of mortar in the pipe, so it probably would have to been removed anyway. That's the piece of mortar. The pipe's all jacked up, not glued very well. Look how it's cut, just sloppy work. You know what I mean? And then right here, it has a cut, so it would have leaked anyway. So, just trashy ghetto foolishness, as I like to call it. But, this is what I get for not being on site and staying on top of your builder. So these are things you have to consider when you're paying somebody to do your build. So this is the toilet drain. And also, I didn't like that the shower valve was on the outside wall. Even though it's insulated, I still, it really should be on the interior right here on that wall. So that's where I put it at. And I just left the other valve in there for now. I'll get someone to do. On the next video coming up, I'm going to show you all the finished product. So this is his PVC going straight out. Obviously, that pipe is not vented. None of the sewer lines were vented, so none of them were going to work anyway. So, whatever. This is me setting up the new plumbing because I'm going to run it straight down through the bottom of the container versus it coming out the side looking like some foolishness. And after I cut the hole and cut the tile, I realized he put down the tile and there's nothing on top of the wood. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to rip up all the floors because you're supposed to have some type of barrier in between the wood and the tile. You don't put wet mortar on wood. So, and look here, this is also behind the cabinet when I ripped it out. This is due to just stupid, shoddy, shitty work. You don't put a something in between that. The water's going to come up on the floor. Also, the water was leaking through the front patio door and going inside the container and coming up through the floor. So it's just multitude of problems. You know what I mean? When you hire somebody to build things, especially like me when you're not looking over them. So this is it. We ripped it up while it was raining one day, and you can see how all the water was getting in through the door, uh, and coming up through the floor. So I had to weld some custom thing, I'll show you another video, man. But we tore everything up, man. I didn't like the shit. We tear it all up, man. We just gonna do it right. We ain't gonna sit around and play with the water and play with all this stuff. So yeah, I spent 30,000, but then probably spent another however many thousand fixing all the issues, and all the shoddy work. As you can see, there's water coming in. That wood's all wet. So yeah, this really sucked, man. So this is you things you just gotta consider when you're buying something from somewhere else. So we tore down the whole wall in between the bathroom because I wanted to put the plumbing inside this wall and reframe it. So we just ripped it all out, ripped out all the tile in the bathroom so you could put down hardy board like you're supposed to, or some type of water barrier type thing. So this is just the house pretty much almost gutted, trying to get everything out so we can redo all the flooring. And honestly, this guy put the tile down in this house, but it's like, dude, I don't live in Miami, so it's not hot all year. So the tile wasn't even a good choice either. But this is what happens when you contract out with a scammer and they do what they want to do and they don't do what you want them to do. This is me with some 3-inch angle iron framing up the windows because there's definitely not enough windows in this house. So this is pretty much how I did it. Just use the angle iron to frame it up, and then over there I'm cutting out that bathroom window to put it in. That's the new framing, new electrical for the bathroom. This is the new plumbing. That's me cutting the hole in for the new shower valve. This is we just trying to get it together, man. Me and my father worked on this. So this is the rough plumbing, me redoing all the plumbing over with the proper venting, because you obviously have to vent your plumbing. I see a lot of these guys building container houses online too. They shit ain't vented, man, and they got the wrong fittings and all this shit. But I actually do plumbing for a living, so, and my father's damn near electrician, so and I'm not saying my plumbing's perfect, but it probably meets the code. You know what I mean? So this is it here. I'm just trying to get everything roughed in. I went with 3-inch pipe, obviously, because I don't need 4-inch pipe really. I went from 4-inch. So this is just me doing a test just to show you guys everything's draining correctly. 1/4 inch per foot on the pitch. That's just a clean out I put in there. So this is the way I did it. Yeah, it could have been done a little different. Even when the inspector came, he asked me, man, why'd you do it like that? Hey, man, that's the way I want to do it. But, that's why I love where I live at, because guess what? The inspector doesn't. They don't really care, man. We live indigenously, which AKA free, away from all these foolish laws and made up foolishness. Like Bob Marley said, every law is illegal. So this is the rough end plumbing, trying to get it in. That's the toilet, that's the vent, that's the shower right there, that's the vanity. That other one coming down is the washroom, and then it's running all the way down up over here to my tank. My tank's up there where that pipe's coming out the ground. I think I have a 1,500-gallon septic tank, or 1,000-gallon, I don't know. And yeah, you guys probably looking at my foundation like, why does the container barely sit on the foundation? Yeah, I messed that up. That's why I messed it up. So I'm not a pro at foundations, but it doesn't matter. It's sitting on there and it ain't gonna go nowhere. This is my other 40-foot container I was having moved. I just want to show you guys this because eventually I'm gonna build a double 45-foot container house. This is the guy over here with the backhoe just trying to move this out of the driveway so we can get more work done, and get this first container done. So hey man, this the inside. We almost at the end of the video. This is the inside, putting down the new laminate flooring because like I said, I don't want tile flooring. It gets too damn cold. That's where the new window is going to go. That's actually going to open. That is the hardy board. The plumbing for the laundry room. That's the window in. You know, we getting there. This is all that wall. That's where all the laundry is gonna go. That is the laminate all in. That's the cutout for the other window. You can see I put another window down there in the hallway. So we getting there. We getting there. We getting there. On the next video, I'm gonna show you pretty much the finished product. But man, I just want to throw this out there because I need you guys to think about the pros and cons of hiring someone else, especially if you know basic construction. And you got to figure out, is it really worth? Because a lot of these guys, I hate to say, they're out here scamming on a fad because container homes are a fad. Not for me. I love this and this is what I like to do. But for other people, it's how to get a quick buck. So you got to watch out for them type of people. Hey, we coming up with the next video. We're going to show you the finished product and I'm gone. Peace.